Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. After the Lakers signed Luka Doncic, other surprises could happen in the NBA. Is it possible for the Lakers to make a deal for the phenom Karl-Anthony Towns? Yes, it could happen. It will depend on the performance of the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. If Karl-Anthony Towns joins Luka Doncic, they will become a powerful duo, who will have every chance of winning the championship together for the Lakers. Karl-Anthony Towns will be the signing of the year, if the Lakers can bring him in. The New York Knicks are facing an incredible opportunity against the Indiana Pacers, but what if everything goes wrong? Could the Knicks consider a huge trade this summer if Indiana exposes New York's roster construction? If the Knicks advance past Indiana and reach the NBA Finals, they're highly unlikely to shake up their roster. A convincing loss to the Pacers, however, could prompt New York to reconsider the ceiling of their depth chart, potentially leading to a blockbuster trade involving one of their all-stars. Enter the Los Angeles Lakers, who are in win-now mode with a 40-year-old LeBron James and Luka Doncic at the head of the snake. LA's lack of a dynamic big man doomed them in 2025-26, and acquiring a legit center promises to be priority number one for Lakers GM Rob Pelinka this summer. Pelinka's been known to pull off magical deals, so here's an idea: what if he called the Knicks about Karl-Anthony Towns? The trade. Lakers receive Karl-Anthony Towns. Knicks receive Austin Reeves, Dalton Knecht, Rui Hachimura, expiring, Dorian Finney-Smith, expiring, 2031 first-round pick. This proposal assumes Finney-Smith picks up his $15.4 million player option for the 2025-26 season. For New York, the trade's centerpiece would be Reeves, whose playmaking ability would be a game-changer. Jalen Brunson has been the Knicks' lone point-of-attack creator, often facing intense defensive pressure. Reeves, with his crafty ball handling and volume scoring ability, could alleviate Brunson's burden, forming a dynamic backcourt duo at Madison Square Garden. Knecht would provide the Knicks with a much-needed shooter on the wing, while the 2031 first-rounder carries value due to LeBron's imminent retirement. Hachimura and Finney-Smith, both on expiring contracts, basically represent cap space in 2026, but they'd both be valuable rotational pieces for the Knicks next season, giving New York a much deeper bench. For the Lakers, they'd be forming a big three with LeBron, Luka, and Towns. Losing Reeves would be tough, but he isn't an amazing fit next to Doncic. This trade is unlikely due to New York's successful season, but on the other hand, the Knicks' playoff success has been largely due to Brunson, not Towns. There's no proof that a Brunson-led Knicks squad, especially a deeper one, could achieve similar postseason success without KAT. If New York is willing to test that theory, they'd likely have an available trade partner in the Lakers. Lakers trade targets for 2025, why Derek White, Jarrett Allen, and Bam Adebayo make championship sense. The Los Angeles Lakers are entering one of the most pivotal offseasons in franchise history, and it's not just about LeBron James' $52.6 million player option or Luka Doncic's looming extension. It's about building a roster that can deliver banner number 18. With J.J. Redick entering year 2 as head coach, the front office is focused on molding a roster around its superstar duo of LeBron and Luka, and that means finding the right third piece. Derek White might raise eyebrows given his Celtic ties, but his fit is undeniable. A relentless perimeter defender and sharpshooter, 38.4% from deep on nearly 10 attempts per game, White is tailor-made for a contending team. His ability to take on defensive assignments against elite guards would allow LeBron and Luka to focus more on offense, while his playoff experience and clutch factor bring stability to high-pressure moments. Then there's Jarrett Allen, the Cavs' big man whose blend of rim protection, rebounding, and finishing would fill a glaring void in LA's frontcourt. With Jackson Hayes and Alex Len proving unplayable in the postseason, Allen's presence could be transformative. He's on a team-friendly contract, plays 82 games a year, and shot 70% from the field last season, all while averaging nearly 10 boards and anchoring Cleveland's defense. The crown jewel, however, would be Bam Adebayo. A three-time All-Star and one of the league's premier defenders, Bam brings switchability, rim protection, and underrated playmaking. His skill set perfectly complements Luka's offensive wizardry and LeBron's all-around brilliance. While prying him from Miami would require a massive offer, likely involving Austin Reeves, Bam is the type of player who could justify an all-in push for 2026. Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office have limited assets, but their mission is clear: maximize the LeBron-Luka window and reclaim championship supremacy from the Boston Celtics. Whether it's White, Allen, or Bam, each target brings a unique path to title contention. In Los Angeles, it's title or bust, and this summer, it's time to go all in. Another suggestion for a big trade with the Boston Celtics, and a center would arrive in Los Angeles, if a big star could not be obtained. Lakers and Celtics trade prediction sees all-star swap in shocking deal. Is it possible for the Los Angeles Lakers and Boston Celtics to make a major deal happen, together? With the Lakers desperate to go for one more title with LeBron James, assuming he doesn't retire, while also making Luka Doncic happy before he has to decide on his $46 million player option, next summer, general manager Rob Pelinka is in for a massive summer. Pelinka, and everyone else, knows the Lakers' biggest issue is the lack of having a starting caliber big man, as was highlighted during their first-round playoff exit against the Minnesota Timberwolves when Rudy Gobert had the best game of his career in Game 5, which eliminated James, Doncic, and co. The NBA's other most storied franchise and the Celtics are also at a crossroads this summer, as Jason Tatum likely to miss all of the 2025 to 2026 campaign after tearing his Achilles in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinal series against the New York Knicks. Tatum's absence, coupled with new owner Bill Chisholm desperate to get under the second apron to avoid paying a $500 million penalty, the likes of Drew Holiday and/or Kristaps Porzingis could very well be on the outs in Boston. With the two biggest franchises in the league in store for a major summer, are the combined 35-time NBA champions perfect trade partners? In a shocking trade proposal, Sports Illustrated's Seth Quinn ponders the idea of the Celtics shipping Kristaps Porzingis to the Lakers for some much-needed salary relief. Los Angeles Lakers receive Kristaps Porzingis, 2025 first-round pick, number 28 overall. Boston Celtics receive Dalton Knecht, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, 2025 second-round pick, number 55 overall. While on the face of the deal it may seem insane for the Celtics to give up the likely best player in the trade while attaching a first-round pick to him. However, the trade would get the Celtics immediately under the second apron while also getting out of the near $3 million rookie scale deal for whomever they'd draft 28th overall in this summer's draft, in addition to an immediate top role player in Knecht. James Worthy seemingly knew Lakers would have issues in playoffs after Mark Williams' trade fell through. The Los Angeles Lakers were very close to adding a player who would have helped fill the hole left by big man Anthony Davis's departure before the trade deadline. The Lakers agreed to trade draft capital along with forwards Cam Reddish and Dalton Knecht to the Charlotte Hornets in exchange for big man Mark Williams, but the Lakers nixed the deal over an alleged failed physical from Williams. Lakers legend James Worthy seemingly had an inkling that the Lakers would be doomed when the 2025 NBA playoffs rolled around after the Williams deal fell through. When we did not get Mark Williams in that trade, I knew we could be successful throughout the regular season, but as you know and you've seen when you get with a team for 7 games, look at what happened to Cleveland, Worthy said. A lot of teams that are favored doesn't always happen. I still don't think the synergy was complete with Luka Doncic. To be fair, the Lakers had reason to be skeptical about whether Williams could consistently stay on the floor for them. He's 3 seasons into his NBA career, and yet he suited up in just 106 contests. Williams also played in only 44 games for the Hornets in the 2024-25 regular season, and believe it or not, that marked a career high in appearances for him in a single NBA campaign. But what makes the Lakers' decision to nix the trade controversial is that it isn't clear that the Lakers put the kibosh on the Williams trade for health reasons alone. Williams went on record as saying that he doesn't think how he fared in his physical is solely responsible for why the trade fell through. Maybe Williams could have given the Lakers some much-needed productive minutes at the center spot in the team's stint in the 2025 NBA playoffs, as he did suit up for several games with the Hornets in the month of April. The Lakers didn't have a true center out on the floor for much of their first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves sans him, as Jackson Hayes averaged just 7.8 minutes of playing time across 4 games in the series. Like Worthy allegedly foresaw, the Lakers ended up bowing out early on in the 2025 NBA playoffs, as they lost to the Timberwolves in a gentleman's sweep in the opening round. Perhaps a healthy Williams on the floor for the Lakers could have altered the trajectory of the series. What were your favorite moments of Dalton Connect's season? As part of our season review series, let's look back on the best moments and games of Dalton Connect's season. As we review the season of every player for the Lakers, we'll also take a daily look at the moments, games, and quotes that fans enjoyed most from this season. Today, we continue with Dalton Connect. It's hard to imagine a rookie season filled with more drama and storylines than Dalton Connect's. While he bounced in and out of the rotation as any rookie is prone to do, he was also involved in a mid-season trade, and the mid-season rescinding of a trade. Mix in a highlight performance or two and you have the makings of a season that will be hard to replicate. When reminiscing on the most memorable moments of the season, it's hard to venture past his outing against the Jazz. Connect caught fire, hitting 9 three-pointers en route to 37 points. If there's a specific moment from that game that was the best, it was Jazz head coach Will Hardy flaming his own team for not defending Connect during his explosive third quarter. There was also the game against the Grizzlies not long before his explosion against Utah, where he helped the Lakers rally in the second half en route to a victory. Even if his season ended on a bit of a low note as he fell out of the rotation, it was a very encouraging rookie campaign with plenty of fun, memorable nights. So, what was your favorite Bronny moment, whether it be a quote like above, a game, a player, or anything in between? Let us know below. LeBron James fans furious after Michael Jordan's former agent's strong statement. LeBron James fans were upset over Michael Jordan's former agent's remarks about the Los Angeles Lakers superstar. Jordan and James have been compared and pitted against each other for quite some time now, with fans debating who among them is the NBA GOAT. These discussions are recurrent around the league, especially during the playoffs. Jordan fans often use James' 4-6 record in the NBA Finals, while James supporters say MJ played against worse opponents. Many former and current players have been asked about this, which often leads to fan criticism on social media. David Falk, who worked with all-time great NBA players such as Jordan, Allen Iverson, and Patrick Ewing, gave his 2 cents on the seemingly never-ending GOAT debate. During a Q&A session at SBJ's 4SE conference in Manhattan on Tuesday, via Sports Business Journal, Falk talked about this discussion. He picked Jordan as the greatest of all time, going with either Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Kobe Bryant, 2 Lakers legends, as number 2. When asked if James was a top 10 player of all time in his view, he accepted it, but brought up the fact that the 4-time NBA champion constantly switched teams to have better chances to win. Probably, Falk said. I really like LeBron, he said. But I think if Jordan had cherry-picked what teams he wanted to be on and 2 other superstars, he would have won 15 championships. This statement rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Many fans took to X to reply to Falk after NBA Central shared his quotes. Sure, in an era where it wasn't but 2 other superstars left. Also Jordan did cherry-pick to go to a different team. He just ain't win, expletive, one fan said. Jordan played in the NBA for 15 years, and he wasn't beating the '86 Celtics or the '87 Lakers, so this dude is already wrong, another fan said. This is the dumbest, most myopic statement I've ever heard. And I think MJ is the GOAT, but this is asinine logic at best, a third fan wrote. He quite literally did with Rodman and Pippen LMAO, one of them added. Bron got more money than him, so who really won, a fan said. So embarrassing to deny that Bron isn't top 2, a fan fired. This debate doesn't seem to have a clear end, as the more years James keeps playing, the more narratives about him and Jordan are created.